Y'all, it's David Ducker coming back at you, and today we're going to be talking about retcons, retroactive continuity. What does that mean? A retcon is when you say this thing that happened, it didn't happen, or you say this thing that happened differently than what we actually displayed. So you change the past or the history of the story and the setting in midstream when you're upstream from that event. So my advice on retcons is going to be do not do this. And I'm just going to outline the reasons why. Fans of comic books, especially DC Comics, will know the frustration, the pain, bruise, and agony of the retcons. But the number one reason is that it's a waste of time. It invalidates what you did previously. So if you spent 4 hours on a session, at the end of session, the GM says, oh, we're going to retcon this whole session. It's like it's 4 hours of your life that disappeared from you. It's gone, it's wasted. That information is no longer valid or useful. So don't waste your own time. You have a limited amount of time on this earth. Don't waste it. Keep growing, keep building. Keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Bring it back. I did a video on bring it back and why you should keep building instead of hitting a one shot and throwing all the characters away and then hitting another one shot and throwing all the characters away. Why it's better to have recurring characters and they get more and more complex. Retcons are anathema to that. They're the opposite of that. So that's the number one reason. Number two, why should you not retcon? It's confusing. You have one memory of what actually happened, and now you're trying to replace that real memory with just fake information. So those could conflate together, which would be bad, or you could get confused about what really happened, which would be bad. You need to be on the same reality as all the other players, the setting of the story. You need to be there with them. That's part of what role playing is, a shared experience. And with retcons, if I think that we killed the guy, the man who sold us the poison wine, but actually it was retcon. We didn't kill him. We just beat him up. So now, I'll make decisions based on that information that could be incorrect. And I could waste our time in the future by doing that, or I could have a substandard role playing experience with the other players because they have to stop, get out of character, explain what actually happened again. So that's number two, is the confusion it generates, which wastes valuable time going forward. Not just the time you had throwing it away, but the time in the future we'll have to spend on this too. And the third reason that retcons are no good for you is that stories are told for a reason, to be enjoyed, to move you from point A to B to C to D. And if you want to go from A to D, you can do that. You can montage, you can fast forward, time skip. You can certainly do that. But the odds are, if an event was worth displaying in the first place, then it's important enough that you need to redisplay it. So if you retcon, you have to actually replay it. You have to say, oh, that's not how the battle went. This is how the battle went. And don't tell them. You have to show them. You have to role play through it again, which again I think is a waste of time. It's potentially boring as well. But it's the it's the only way that you can do it where everyone's on the same page and you keep moving forward smoothly, and that you don't miss this important event. You have to see that. That's where the fun is, the important events, the big stuff going on. You have to get in for that. And 90% of the time, retcons don't replay. They just inform without actually showing you. They exposit without immersing. And that's bad. So there's three reasons not to retcon. Try to move forward. Try to build on what you've already established. Try to create. If you made a mistake find any possible way to keep moving forward with your mistake rather than moving backwards, wasting time, confusing people. So that's what I wanted to say about retcons. My first video on retcons 2 years ago, I believe, did not get very many views. I think this is more coherent. It's definitely shorter. So let me know what you think about retcons. How can you do them well? Is it even possible to do them well? Have you seen them done well? And of course, the complaints below. Tell me about when retcons ruined your gaming experience. Maybe you'll get some catharsis out of that. Maybe I'll get some laughs out of it. That's all I got to say about that. So until I see you again, good day and good gaming.